At Limud LA this year, a woman berated me at a meal table for not having slept with her this year, not having slept with her last year. I responded, I didn't say no to you. I said yes to Hashem. So I was reading this terrific book called Betrayal by an Italian professor. It's been translated into English. And usually what we experience as betrayal is simply the other person valuing something else more than we would like. So let's say you say to a friend, you can either be friends with me or friends with him. You have to choose, and he chooses the other guy. He's not betraying you, he's just placing a higher value on something different from you. Let's say your spouse has an affair. Will certainly feel like betrayal, but the spouse may simply be valuing that other person more than you. Let's say an employee quits to take another job and you, the boss, feel betrayed. It's not necessarily betrayal, it seems to me it's the employee valuing another position more than he values you. Let's say you do some favor for someone and then the person chooses against you in some way. The person's not betraying you, he's choosing another value. So betrayal is one of our most common and most agonizing emotions. And it's because we think of things through a very narrow prism of self-interest and self-regard, and we just think about us. But if my therapist cancels on me, she has a family emergency or she's sick or something else comes up, she's not betraying me in our relationship so much as she's simply choosing an alternate value. So I'm trying to think about when I felt betrayed. Oh, when I've been kicked out of a shul. But I wasn't betrayed by the shul or by the rabbi. The rabbi was simply choosing another value, the holiness and togetherness and unity of the community, against someone who's controversial, a controversial writer, and who needs that aggravation and disruption. Had a girlfriend who cheated on me. She wasn't betraying me. She wanted to be with someone else at that time. She wanted to end our relationship, and she knew that if she had sex with someone else, that would end our relationship because I would feel it as betrayal, and it would be so painful for me. Isn't that the amazing thing? People who get close to you figure out what your weak points are and what will most push your buttons. So you can start sharing in a relationship and the other person will say, oh, I'll never use this to hurt you. But you can find yourself saying, I'll never use this to hurt you. But in all likelihood you will. So whenever someone says, I would never hurt you intentionally, they're lying, because we all willfully inflict normal amounts of sadism on the people close to us. We do it through passive-aggressive ways of showing up late when we know that timeliness is very important to the other person. We do it by not being into the sex, or by refusing to join in an enthusiasm, or we sabotage and deliberately hurt the people close to us all the time. It's normal sadism. It's discussed in that great book, Passionate Marriage, by David Schnarch, S-C-H-N-A-R-C-H. So until you can face the reality that you do deliberately hurt the people closest to you, you can never improve those relationships because you're refusing to face them for what they are.